Why hello there everyone, I am Bolt and welcome to another Doctor Who fan game. And whilst we're in the month of November, and because towards the end of November is the celebration of Doctor Who, I'm deciding to play some Doctor Who games, and here we have Doctor Who Split, a fan-made game. So I think yesterday I played a Doctor Who fan game called Graveyard Shift. So this one, called Split. And it's funny how this one, because of the naming of it, it reminds me of an indie horror film called Split, with James McAvoy and what's her name again? I don't remember her actress name, but those people are in the horror movie. Now, a lot of people will say that it's not good because of like the topics it goes through and it's not the best, but I mean, I personally enjoyed it, so that's that. But anyway, we have Doctor Who Split. Now, as far as I'm aware, I think this spans about an hour, I think, and I think this is also a visual novel, if I remember correctly from the page. So to be fair, I'm actually looking forward to this because, if you had no idea, I played a game called Your Time to Die, and also I played a game called Danganronpa, and both of those games are sort of within the visual novel style games, and visual novels I tend to like quite a lot. Not because, oh, there's a bunch of reading involved, but more so because there's not like too much gameplay involved, and I don't know, I like sort of commentary, and those sort of games are great for commentary in a sort of way. So this one, hopefully we'll be able to follow within that suit. This is also made in Unity, so unfortunately it's not Godot, because I'm a Godot developer, but it's fine. So, new game. Ooh. Oh. I nearly called you Billy Piper then. To be fair, that is your real name, actress name, Billy Piper. But if I'd known you'd actually throw that stone, I wouldn't have challenged you now. I wouldn't have challenged you. Stone. You know what? This also reminds me of a Doctor Who game that I played recently called Evacuation Earth, which is also like it's a point and click game. It's just a visual novel, sort of. It's also got puzzles involved, but I really like that game, and I actually want to go back to it in the future as well. And I was thinking about playing that game for this sort of celebration sort of thing, but I don't think I have enough time to do that, so that's why I'm choosing these games instead for this celebration of the 62nd year of Doctor Who. If I'd known you'd actually throw that stone, I wouldn't have challenged you. I will admit I like this, because it's not like using images of copyright, but then again, I wish I could sort of make a Doctor Who game, but I'm also afraid of like using copyright, and I mean, of course it would be free, but I'm still scared of like using copyright, and I'm not exactly like an artist when it comes to like sort of drawing this sort of art, so I wish I could sort of make a fan game, but I don't know, we'll see. I missed the opportunity to see a singularity explode. You know me better than that. Oh, but you know me better than that. I won't even try to do a northern accent, because I know that this Doctor does a northern accent in the TV show. That's why I love this. You grab one stone, you toss it into a microscopic black hole, saturating it to its max, with no room to grow. I will admit, I'm not a huge fan of like the whole like when this sort of appears like a, I'm not a huge fan. It kind of takes away from the emotion. You could have just like left it as like this sort of TARDIS ambience, just like this, and that is it. You could have just left it like that, or even better, you could have had like a subtle typing sound to go along with the text. You did not really need that. Sorry, I don't want to be like negative about this. I'm just being a little bit critical because it's at least how I would do things. But this is how you would do things. Fair enough. With no room to grow, it just immediately vomits out all the other trash. It's just science. It's messy, that's what it is. Ever use a black hole to store your trash, Rose? Yeah, that definitely does not sound like a good idea. It would always come to bite you in the ass. So what's next? The Conclave of the Undamned? The Starfalls of Bentalus? The Earth's first sandwich? The pool of the TARDIS if you don't sort yourself out first. I was going to change, I was. Wait, what? You was going to change, what? Like now? What I was planning all along. Sit tight. I'll be right back. Don't touch anything, the TARDIS hates black holes. Okay? She needs a moment to remember where she is in the timeline. As if I've touched anything. Talk to the TARDIS, because we all know that the TARDIS can talk back. Here we are again. Just you and me. Exactly. You wouldn't space me, would you? You strange sentient space box. Oh. I see you changing things up a bit. That's northern, more 90s punk. Those faces, yo. Change things up? You gave me this. I did not? Yes, you did. Just now. When we visited Britain's first punk festival. You told me I had looked like the wrong type and added this patch to my jacket. Looks a lot like Avengers. You don't remember? I'm sure I would have remembered going to a punk concert with someone who looks like he could be my dad. Oh my goodness me. That face. He's confused, yeah. This is bad. But you look and act the same. Doctor, you're scaring. Oh, so split. Maybe it's like either split personality or split character. As in, maybe there's like two versions that like they've both talked to. Maybe. Doctor, you're scaring me. Scaring? No. Trust me, you're not nearly as scared as I am. Just, who are you and what did you do to my Rose? Now hold on just a goddamn minute. Why is this bad? You know what, I've done exactly what you asked me to do. I stayed put. Just like you told me. And before you ask, I did not touch any of the controls. Well, maybe not entirely. But I only touched one button. When this is over, we should have a conversation. We're technically having one right now. Or at least a fight. I touched no buttons. At all. And you don't remember any of it? I don't even own any patches. Then think. Think hard. What is the last thing you can still remember? Still remember? It was just 5 minutes ago. Of course I can remember. We just came back from Taurus Delta. You threw a rock inside of a black hole and got all sorts of gunk on you. But that was weeks ago. So you don't remember the Queen Elizabeth? Wait. I shouldn't mention any of that. If I'm right, that could seriously mess up the timeline. You know what? I just a little tiny bit of a break. Love this art though. Like, even though with the TARDIS, it looks like. Actually, to be fair, it looks like it's drawn, but it's also it also looks like it's been like modelled and just, you know, taken a picture of the modelled TARDIS, but it also kind of looks like it's drawn. But yeah, loving this art. What do you mean, Rose? This isn't good. What is the last thing I did? You went to change your clothes, and I didn't come back to take you to the. Oh, and I didn't come back to take you to the Star Falls of Benthilus. No. Can it be caused by the black hole we just visited? I had a feeling. Black holes can be a bloody nuisance when it comes to space and time. The TARDIS is particularly sensitive to the powerful forces of a black hole. I suspect her insides were all jumbled up and spread across time and space. That smile, yo. But if I retrace our steps, this should fix things. Of course. Just retrace your steps. Easy and simple like that. Obviously. I don't know why I'm surprised. I suppose this is just another day for you, Spacebucks. I just need to wait now. Just wait. Okay, I got me. I love the cloister bells. That can't be good. Okay, so this is another different time, right? I'm guessing that didn't work. Rose. Oh God, Rose, you're still alive. Listen to me. Listen to me carefully. It's there. Inside of the TARDIS. It lives. What happened to you? I found it. Or rather, it found me. Whatever happened to the TARDIS in your time, it unleashed a creature from the future. Rose, listen to me. I don't have a lot of time. You need to remember this. Don't run. Except. Don't run. Except. For heaven's sake, accept. Doctor, this isn't funny. Only you can stop this. But I'll make sure I won't be able to harm you. How are you going to make sure of that? Not now. Not again. That's not good. Wait, was that the doctor's scream? Doctor? Doctor? Look around the room for assistance. Well, I found a short stick and a pre-packaged tuna sandwich past the expiry date. Oh my goodness me! At least the latter one can be a deadly weapon. Think. What would the doctor do? Oh my god, are we really doing, what's her name? Yasmin from Sassy? Be prepared for anything. The doctor would be prepared for anything. So, why aren't... Wait, why aren't I now? I guess I just didn't know enough to expect this to happen. How do you even prepare the way the doctor is? Hi? You survived. But you're also a different doctor. Survived? My Rose, I triumphed. All I needed was a little 1-2 punch in the face, kicked and done. What is with that scar? Oh, that old thing. That was from the one time I didn't punch for. Oh, okay. See, Rose, the way to win is to always punch. Definitely, everyone. Definitely. Just don't think, just punch. Never show remorse. That doesn't sound like the doctor I know. The doctor you know sounds like a good old Will. Jesus. I, on the other hand, am always triumphant. Absolutely. You said you defeated it. I did. Then we're not talking about the same thing. Doctor, please. Don't go in there. Something strange has happened to the TARDIS. The time for discussions has come to an end. Now my fist is the top. No, you're... No. We can't keep doing this. There must be a way out. Isor? Isor? Oh, reverse. What do you mean? What does that mean? It's your name. Rose, sometimes you need to just use your head a little bit. But then again, if the doctor's saying this like sort of out loud, it's kind of hard to tell what you're saying. If you're saying something reverse out loud, you can only tell what someone's saying in reverse if it's like sort of written down, just like me. So yeah, makes sense. Shouldn't the TARDIS translate this? Well, because the TARDIS only translates things that are foreign, and reverse technically isn't foreign. Did you touch anything? Rose, what is going on? Reverse... reverse is just a... reverse is just a dialect? Okay. Great. This is definitely useful. However, if you're here, you did survive then. Well, one of you survived at least. What is going on, Rose? Survive? Maybe there is a clue in here. There should be something I can use. You mentioned this before. It's about the It's about the creature, right? It's about the creature, right? You remember you mentioned this before. I know what this is about. Wait. But all I need to do is accept it. Listen, Rose. I know I'm not the easiest person. Yes. What? You have no idea what I'm saying. I think you're finally catching on, Doctor. Just you wait. I'll be back in a moment. I've got it. What does he have exactly? This is going to be a long night. But no scream. So that thing isn't always there? Think, Rose, think. Ooh, could there be a missing piece? One of the doctors mentioned accept. To accept what? Defeat? Or maybe accept the gift. I doubt doing nothing and waiting for all of these doctors to be consumed will help. I still wonder why one of those doctors did not get eaten. That animation though. I mean, I'm so used to like fades rather than just a move, but okay. Oh my god. I'm being told I'm kind of loving this. I had hoped someone would have come by now. Oh my goodness me. Okay. It's so cold, right? Oh no. I am alone, aren't I? How am I going to fix this? Jelly bit. Don't make me, thank you. Oh my actual god, Okay, this is a nice surprise. I legit thought that it was the 9th Doctor saying it. But okay, cool. I always believe candy can make hard times manageable. And I believe taking candy from a stranger is a bad idea, especially a recent adult. Especially now. Who are you? Well, we have the same question. We already have so much in common. But my dear, I'm the Doctor, and this is my TARDIS. And you didn't just shot me here, did you hear? But the Doctor looks... Oh my. I'm either in my past or my future here. Judging by the looks here, I'd say 21st century. How exciting! Less exciting to know that at some point even I kicked the bucket. You're the Doctor? You didn't even look like him. How does that even work? I could tell you how, but that would ruin the surprise. But tell me, dear, what is going on? Should you not be out there having a good time? You... Well, other you. You keep leaving and coming back differently. And there is something in the TARDIS... Oh, that old thing. I completely forgot about it. What do you suppose it is? Ooh. It could be a shadow of your former self. And that would be something. It truly would be. What would you think it is? I don't know. That seems like a thing you might do. And that my theory is entirely correct. Wait, you know what it is? When a man has grown old and has sinned so much, some of that you prefer to forget. And what better way to forget it by taking it out of your mind and putting it somewhere else? Preferably in a corner you don't look. The TARDIS is large enough for both of us. I personally think it was a bad idea. But, you know, we can't always be held responsible for our actions. How do I stop it? Stop it? Why would you want to stop it? It's perfectly fine where it is right now. Because it is eating you? Not you. You. not you. Other versions of you. My version of you. Currently you get me? I doubt that beating up the embodiment of grief and trauma is going to get you anywhere. And you kind of violence begetting more grief and trauma. But regardless of the solution, it is something that my predecessors, as well as me, as well as every me until it became me, your I'm sure you'll figure it out. I have an excellent taste in companions. Doctor. I get what you're trying to say here, but the wording is a little bit... Great. I'll figure out how to solve something a 900-year-old Time Lord couldn't. That's the spirit. Good luck. That's not what I was trying to say. Oh, great. No. I can do this. But I do need your assistance, Doctor. You're late to your own appointment. Well, hello there. Where did you come from? First things first. Do you know who I am? Not a clue. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm actually, never mind that. There is a thing living in the TARDIS. It is a part of you. Okay. I'm listening. And that thing is a collection of bad feelings you, or some version of you, that you put away. And that thing has now grown to such a size that it's starting to eat you. That makes sense. It does? I had hoped it wouldn't become that bad. I hoped I wouldn't have to deal with it now. But can't do anything about that now. Let's think of solutions. Right. Weapons. Yes. don't do anything. On account of it being a personification of trauma. Yes, that makes sense. Personification of trauma. There's a little bit like silent. So, could the TARDIS do something? She's currently very cranky. Did you touch anything by any chance? We had been near a black hole. That would do it. Any other solutions in mind? Could we? I don't know. Blow more trauma into it. See a crazy, bad and inconvenience. Like, overfeed it? That's a great idea. Yes. But I'm currently not thinking of all the bad things that have happened to me, and I prefer to keep it that way. But what we could do is this. I can dive into the bowels of the TARDIS, reactivate the crystallic subroutines, and manage the quantum innards. Then we take the TARDIS around the nearest sun of the sunshine into the nebula and should generate enough psychic force to feed the beast to its maximum. And it explodes. Don't we have anything better? Short of me crawling into a corner and break up all the horrific things I've encountered, I don't think so. I just think we're missing something. Tell you what, I'll go and get things in order, and you try to think of another plan. I'll be right back. No, wait, that's... Isn't there supposed to be like a sound happening there? Just, how did you survive 900 years like this? Wait, he didn't know who I was. Did I get him killed in the past now? But why could that thing get him if he was the past Doctor? Rose. You have no idea how relieved I am. And you know who I am. We're off to a good start. Okay, listen. Listen very carefully. Calm down, calm down. I am calm. You definitely seem calm. But there's a thing in the TARDIS There's nothing in the TARDIS except us, trust me. I'm pretty sure there is. Do you now? And you think you know the TARDIS better than I do? I don't think so. Listen to me, we've been over this a few times now and you don't know what you're going to be dealing with. You've grown more insufferable than all of my previous companions combined. Jesus Christ. But sit tight. The Doctor will solve it. As he always does. As always. Yeah. Fine. I don't know this version of you anyway. How do I convince this man to believe me? Don't tell me that was the last one. Stay calm. We can get through this. Do not kid anymore. And the doctors trust me to be able to fix this. Well, the nurse ones anyway. Rose? Listen, and don't say a word before I'm done. There's something strange happening with the TARDIS. You keep skipping through time. And there's a thing living inside the TARDIS that is hunting after you. I know it sounds unbelievable, but it's true. It does sound unbelievable, but you don't look like the same Rose I just left here. What is the last thing you remembered? Taurus Delta. Oh! Oh god! You're my doctor! Of course, who else would I be? As I said, you keep skipping through time. Every time you go into the TARDIS, you come back from a different moment in time. And that monster. It is some weird star. I was totally go for this, but it is a thing made from your trauma, I'd say. Some sort of collection of things you don't want to deal with. And now for some reason it grew so large it wants to eat you. I don't know how it works, but a previous version of you told me that at some point you split off a part of yourself. A part of you didn't want to deal with. Of course. It couldn't be anything but that. She left me. You know? She had to leave. To become herself. But she still left. I was old. And soon I would be someone else. Susan. She was my... Oh, this is what you're talking about. I couldn't deal with that sort of loss. I just couldn't. And so I split it off. Now it makes sense why the game is called Split. It's been fed with my trauma ever since. The things I've seen. What I've done. I don't really understand what is happening to you. But... You knew that this was coming, right? I spoke to you before. But you were also eaten. Which means I'm not the same doctor. Of course. The black hole is causing the TARDIS to split herself among different timelines. And in one of them I was eaten before I even met you. Okay. Wait, I'm being eaten? I hear you scream, and then... nothing. Well... that doesn't sound enticing to try. And you've thought about solutions? Weapons don't work. A future version of you had this elaborate plan with slingshots in around the sun. That would require massaging the... and I don't have the dexterity for that right now. No, it appears I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. I'll deal with it. But if you're my doctor and you fail, doesn't that mean I'll be stuck here forever? That won't happen. That's what all the others said. Can't we just move the TARDIS somewhere else? And risk tearing the TARDIS apart? No, we need to solve this. I need to solve this. Whatever solution we're going for, it will involve me. I've heard you scream so many times now. I don't want to hear it again. Wow. Hi? You've grown. Doctor, you have been taken in so much. I'm so sorry. Doctor accepts it. Doctor, I've got it. It's about accepting. Some versions of you keep saying to accept. Just accept. Oh. Oh no. What? But I can't. Why not? I just can't. You don't understand. You don't know what I've seen. What I've done. I already know. You've not exactly been subtle about it. Then you understand why I can't. You must understand. You know I don't understand. I mean, I can't imagine what it was like for you. Losing your home, family, everything. But I've spoken to you. Use from your future. And now will be lost if you can't. Accept. Rose, I don't want to. There's no you without what you've seen and experienced, right? To put it away, to store it outside yourself. What else is that but rejecting yourself? But the things I've done, that's the past. Don't let it ruin your present. I feel like there's a little bit of a message in here. Don't let it take your future. Oh. Oh look! It transformed! Yes. And now I know what I must do. Huggies? Huggies. Oh. Doctor, what happened? From where I was standing, the creature just... I'm whole again, Rose. Our ordeal is over. I also restored the other doctors to their respective timelines. And what about you? Are you alright, Doctor? I need a moment. I'll be right back. You better be. Oh, that looks so much better now. Feeling better again, Space Box? Sounds like it. Are you alright, Doctor? No. But I'll get there. Perhaps. Rose? I'm afraid. Whatever it is, you can fight it. That's not it, Rose. I can fight it, I can defeat it. There will always be more. You could say the same thing about obstacles in life. You can you can be afraid of the obstacle, you can even defeat the obstacle. But there will always be more. There will always become more, Rose. I'm functionally immortal. What if one day an event or a horror is too much for even me to handle? Then you handle it when it comes. Oh, this is also kind of like a representation of anxiety, I think. And you be like all the other things before. And you travel in this little space box and have wonderful adventures. Because that's what's the point. Because what's the point of beating trauma if you then don't continue to live your life? It sounds so easy when you say it like that. I've always been told that if something seems unsurmountable, I should break it into little chunks. Maybe. Maybe the bad things happening to us should also be broken into chunks. Just one bad thing at a time. One at a time. And then you chuck it into a big hole and ignore it until it grows into a big monster. I'm not going to save you again. You seem to know exactly what you were doing. Am I rubbing off on you? You wish. Right. Where would you like to go? The conclave of the Undying, the Eternal Queen of Santa Maria, that word? Did you know the Egyptians had the first ice cream? I always wanted to try it. I was promised star fools. Ventilus it is then. The fifth planet in the Gorgana constellation, 49th member of the 3 millennia of spanning 3 empires, and home of the best shortbread you'll ever get your hands on. And they're monsters? No undefeatable ones. Let's go. Wow. I'll admit that was pretty good. Like for relatively an hour of playtime. I mean, of course, there's going to be multiple choices to go down those different routes. But you know what? So far, I like that. Now, to be fair, maybe this is just me and my sort of obsession with the characters. It's just when the characters were speaking, it didn't really feel like the characters were speaking like the characters from the TV show. It felt kind of different. But then again, maybe it's because I'm so used to the characteristics of the characters from the TV show that it just felt different here, and maybe this is like someone's interpretation of the characters. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. I felt like sometimes a little bit taken out sometimes. But maybe it's because this one was just like there was a lot more writing involved, and when it comes to the TV show, there's a lot more plot involved. I mean, of course, this one did have a bit more. It did have like a plot involved, but at least for me, the writing of the characters just felt a tiny bit off. But to be fair, I enjoyed it for the most part, and yeah, I felt like there was a little bit of like a message in there. I mean, obviously, when it comes to Doctor Who itself, there's always sort of like a messaging involved, and you know what? absolutely no issue with that. It's just that with this, it feels a little bit ham-fisted in there, just a tad bit that I was able to sort of notice it. But apart from that, really enjoyed that. So yeah, I am excited to check out more Doctor Who fan games in the future. I'm not gonna check out them currently for the sort of 60-second celebration, but that was definitely enjoyable. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you have all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.